Hey everyone, and welcome to my very first 2016 video, and this time I've got for you something special. So here I have 4 figures, and all these are actually custom Clone Senate Commandos from the Star Wars universe. And as you can see, I have customized each and every one of them in various different ways. And well, it's a new year, so I thought that new things would come up, and this is one of them. I kind of felt inspired, so I bought one of the sets, one of the old, latest battle packs that LEGO has made, and I customized all of these figures. And actually, if you guys like these figures, each and every one of them will be available on my eBay. So the prices will vary a little. I will get into the prices in a little bit. So yeah, without further ado, let's move on to the figures. So first off, we obviously have the captain, and I haven't named any of these figures yet. I'm gonna leave that to your imaginations, but as you can see, there's a lot of little details on this figure. I used all of the captain parts for this figure, the entire captain figure, and I absolutely had to keep the clone trooper head, which is like the more modern clone trooper face. But yeah, nothing new under there. The 2 blasters that he comes with are painted. The scopes are painted, and as you can see there, they have like a white target, yellow target circle, and then on the other side they have a red tip, and then the barrel is gray, and then like the ammo counter is just like a little streak right there, a red streak. So nothing too special, but at the same time they are a little bit decorated. So yeah. The arms were so random. Pretty much all of these figures were random, but for this one was pretty random. As you can see, he has like some random gold, white, and blue markings. He does have like a little comm on his wrist. I don't know if you can see that. I think you do. But yeah, I painted gauntlets, as you can see, and then on the gauntlets I made more random golden stuff, as you can see on that glove and on the other side. They are both different, and this is a pauldron. Under the pauldron you will see some dots. I thought I needed something on that arm, so I added dots, because the pauldron was pretty much going to be covering the entire arm, so I went basic on that side. The legs have a ton of little details, little stripes, dots, bunch of random stuff. So yeah, I painted the shoes, the boots a little bit, as you can see. The helmet is probably the most interesting thing. The torso, not as much. I mean, I kept all of the markings that the figure came with, but I also added a little bit of new little details. As you can see, he has a little bit of gold on both sides of his chest, and he has 3 little gold dots. I don't know if you can see them right there on this side. He has 3 little dots right there. I added that on every figure in this squad. It's probably the only detail that every member of this squad has. And I added 1 circle on this side of the chest to represent that he is like the main guy from the squad. And as we go along into the other figures, you will see that one will have 2 dots, other one will have 3 dots, and the last one will have 4 dots, meaning they are like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in rank of this squad. Anyways, I did mention this figure will be available on my eBay. link in the description. It's actually my family's eBay site, eBay page, but if you search for, I don't know, maybe Lego Senate Commando, it should pop up. So yeah, definitely, if you really want to get this, it's your chance to buy one of the few figures that I'm gonna post for sale. One of the few figures that I'm gonna paint and customize for you guys. The other figures will be $15, and I'll explain why. But yes, this figure by himself will be $20. Buy it now. So please guys, if you really want to support me, support this channel, please check out my family's eBay. Maybe you will find something else, maybe not this figure, maybe something else that you would like to buy. So yeah, that's it for the captain, and now on to the sergeant. This is the sergeant or lieutenant or whoever you want to name this guy, but this is the second in command. You can see that he has 2 dots right there on his chest, and he does have the 3 dots on the other side of his chest. This figure is rather more basic, but it still has a lot of special features, and I will go over them. So first, the helmet is way more simple, but it has more darker blue, and as you can see, the mohawk is white, and he has some gold on the helmet, as you can see. The chest is rather simple. The arms do have a little bit of markings and stuff. He has a comm on his wrist, as you can see, and his gauntlets, as you can see, have 1 dot. Both gauntlets have 1 dot of gold, and as you can see, the other arm, it has some random details and such. And on the legs, more random details, just basic lines and stuff. And I did paint like the boots on a darker blue tone. Now, what makes this figure special is that this is actually the figure that has the most white on it. So if you like white and blue, this is the figure for you. This figure comes with a very special blaster, as you can see. That's not just blue, that's sparkling blue. The entire blaster, well, not the entire blaster, but most of the blaster features some very special paint. My next 2 figures, I believe, have that paint, if I remember correctly, but this figure comes with a super special blaster. It has like some red on it, just like the captain had on his pistols, but this one has like the tip of the barrel is red, and the ammo counter has red as well, and the scope also is red, and the back of the scope is yellow. No back detailing. But surrounding the weapon, the blaster, as you can see on top of the scope, on the barrel, and on the main body of the gun, and on the stock. The entire stock is painted on that blue sparkling paint, which is very special paint. And it's not as easy to use, but I managed to make a very, very decent work on this blaster. This is the only figure with a blaster, and this is the only figure that will come with blue sparkling paint on a blaster. This figure will be $15 on my family's eBay account, as well as the rest of the figures. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this figure. This was actually my first figure from all the 4. So yeah. Anyways, it's time, I believe, to move on to our 3rd figure. So fitting this figure will be quite a challenge into the frame because he does have a very long sniper rifle. This is a 3rd in command, or just a sniper. He comes with 2 accessories, just like the captain did. These accessories are, in my opinion, way better than the captain's. being a sniper rifle and a binocular. Yeah, some binoculars on there. And as you can see, I did do a little bit of detailing on the binoculars and on the sniper. The helmet is rather interesting, I believe. What makes this figure so special is that this figure features more of that blue sparkly paint that I mentioned earlier. As you can see, it comes with a little bit of it on the torso, on one of his chest plates, this one. He also comes with the 3 little dots that I mentioned earlier, and well, the 3 dots over there. Basic details on the lower chest, tummy, and on the legs. He has more of that blue sparkly paint on the boots and on the sides, outsides of the legs, as you can see. And well, more basic details. The binoculars are basic. They have green sparkly paint on the visor, red sparkling paint on the outside of the binocular, and a little bit of green sparkly paint on here, this triangle. He has more of the blue sparkly paint on his gauntlets, as you can see there, and some random details, some dots there separating each of the white lines. So yeah, and he has like a little circle right there, so that's cool. On the other side, more basic stuff, but really good figure. I believe $50 is worth it on this figure. So anyways guys, it's time to move on to our last figure, which will be the heavy weapons specialist. And this is probably gonna be one of the best figures, probably my second favorite figures, but this is the guy with the big gun. This is an older model of the repeating gun, of the minigun from the Clone Wars. I'm sure most of you have already seen this weapon, and I kind of wanted to go classic on this figure, weapons wise, so that's what I gave him. A minigun that was made like 10 years ago. Anyways, this figure, if you really want a figure with that blue sparkling paint that I mentioned earlier, this is a figure. This figure features so much of that paint. I'll show you. I'll take this off, and this is the top of the gun, so the figure grabs the weapon from here and here perfectly, so you have no problem putting him with the gun together. So as you can see, his helmet does have some of the blue, but what really stands out is his entire torso. As you can see, his chest and the middle section of his chest and a little bit on his belt have that blue sparkly paint. And well, as you can see, he does have the 4 dots and the 3 dots again on the chest plates. The legs, I gave him the blue sparkly paint on the outsides of the legs and on the boots. As you can see, he has a random red strike right there, and a few other details on the other side of the legs and stuff. Back, there's nothing except for more of the blue sparkling paint up here. The back of his helmet, I'll show you his helmet. So as you can see, his mohawk is pretty much covered in that blue. His cheekbones, his fin, his mohawk, the middle section of the entire helmet, and 2 of these lines have blue, of that blue sparkly paint. I believe this is my second best, not my best, but my favorite figure from the entire 4. His gauntlets have more of that blue, and as you can see, there's more blue right here. It's more of that paint. I didn't add like no no gold on this figure other than tiny little details. This is a figure with the most gold, blue sparkly paint, but with the least gold paint and white paint. I kind of wanted to go with some sort of armored, shielded armor, so I decided to go with the blue paint, so that's what I made right here. So yeah. Oops, I'm knocking out the camera. Anyways, guys, that's my entire squad, and now I'm gonna put this back on off camera, and we will wrap up this video, and I will say some final words. So that pretty much is it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you guys are interested in buying these, there's a link in the description. I believe I have said that a few times now. If you go to that link, it'll take you to my family's eBay page, and if you just want to see these figures and probably buy one, I'd suggest typing or searching for Lego Senate Commando or Lego Custom Figure or Lego Custom, something like that. These figures will be up for sale, as I previously said, but I will say it again. The captain will be $20 and the rest will be $15. I have priced them like that for a reason, and if you didn't watch the video, then I'd suggest you should, because I explained it why I priced them that way. And guys, I'm doing this for you guys. You guys inspired me. I had no idea that my Force Awakens showcase last year was gonna reach so much people. It reached over 2,000 people in the first 2 weeks. That's huge for me. So I thought I'd give something back, and this is it for now. I will be doing more clone troopers like these, maybe not Senate Commandos, but I'll be doing more random clone trooper customs, and I'll be selling them, and most of it will be like squad also, like taken out from the battle pack, or maybe just some clone troopers that I had laying around or something. I will be making a lot more customs, and I'll be putting them on eBay. And if you wanna support this channel, you can do so by buying these figures. Now, be assured that I will pack these figures securely, and if you worry about the paint will not scratch off easily. If you try to do so, it probably will. But if you like showcase them, if you play softly, that's not the word, but like gentle play, it won't scratch off, especially the sparkly paint. I made sure that one does not scratch off very easily. That one will not scratch off very soon, so you can rest assured that the paint is very good. And the quality, I made sure that just as my other figures are in good quality, these figures also have that kind of quality. And these figures are for you guys, so I made these specially for you guys. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and I believe I said everything I had to say on top of my head. So I will end this video saying Happy New Year, Happy New 2016. I made a new intro, I hope you liked it, and I also made a new outro. I hope you like it as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't, leave a like, and tell me what you think in the comments section below. See ya guys.